So, all right, all you gardeners and pepperheads out there, thank you so much for joining with me here for what is our very first video in our Growing Peppers series. I'm going to take you throughout the whole gardening season and show you how I grow all of my peppers. Now, in today's video, what I'm going to do is take you through the process of how I select all of our different pepper varieties and how do I label and keep track of all of these different peppers that we select throughout our growing season. So, all right, let's get this series started. Let's get our growing season started, as peppers are really one of the first things that I'm thinking of in the new growing year. Other than, garlic that we got started in the fall, peppers are really our first crop that we're getting started out here in the new growing season. Now, I love growing peppers, and I know if you're watching this video, you do too as well. And before we really get going on here, I'd love to hear from you all about what your favorite peppers are. Do you have any favorite varieties that you grow each and every year? Or are there some new varieties that you're adding to your garden spaces this year? I'd love to hear all about it. Write down in our comments below. Let me know what you've got growing on in this coming season. Again, like I said, peppers are one of our first things that we're thinking about in the new garden season, and I've got a lot of peppers to choose from in my pepper seed collection. Now, this has got to be the toughest and hardest part of the whole growing process when it comes to growing out peppers. And like I said, I've been growing peppers for many years. 15 years, I think, we've been growing peppers here. And some seasons, I've had upwards of 40 or 50 different varieties of peppers growing out in our urban garden spaces. But over the years, I've also learned that it's best to really grow what you eat, or grow those things that you can share with family and friends as well too. So a lot of the selections that I pick out for each garden seasons are some mainstays, these ones that we're going to be growing out each and every year because we really enjoy them. But peppers are fun. Peppers are awesome. There's so many different varieties out there. We've got to also have some new and fun ones in our garden as well too. So we've got a lot to choose from. Again, like I said, I've got probably a couple hundred different varieties of pepper seeds to choose from that I've collected over the years, that I've gotten from friends and other pepper growers and all of that. So it is a challenge to be able to finally break it down to what we are doing is about 15 different varieties. We'll probably add a couple more as we get moving on in the next few weeks. But that's what I've done, is I've selected about 15 different varieties that I'm going to grow this year. And again, like I said, a lot of them are ones I've grown before and that I've really enjoyed. In fact, I've picked out some that I've actually really enjoyed that I've gotten from a lot of different pepper growers out there. I'll run through the list for you all here in just a minute. But one of the things we want to really do first and foremost is think about our growing space. How much room do we have? How many different peppers and pepper plants can we fit into our garden spaces? And what I do right off the bat as we get the growing season started is I start just kind of drawing out some maps here in a blank notebook that I've got. And I just kind of map out each of my different garden spaces so that I can see where things are going to fit in. And that's not just for peppers, that's for my tomatoes, my cucumbers, all of the other things that we're growing. I also do this for our cooler season and our warmer season as well, so I can see the transition that the garden's going to go through as we're moving from cooler season crops into our warmer season stuff as well too. So that's really kind of one of the important things that I do in my spaces. I've got a lot of different spaces. We've got our back patio, our cemented patio. We've got a carport rooftop. We've got our alleyway spaces. So I try to keep in mind each and every one of these different spaces and where I'm going to be placing each of our different peppers. So I'll map out the garden space, and then I'll kind of create a graph map, is kind of what this one is too. And I just got a bunch of different circles in there, and each of these kind of represent a different part of the garden space. but they represent all of the different pepper plants that we'll have throughout all of our different garden areas that we have here. So this here I'll use along with the list that we've selected here in order to figure out what varieties will go where throughout our different garden spaces. And this is where the key comes in for today's video. How do I keep track of all of these different varieties? I mean, we got 15, but like I said, I've had upwards of 30, 40, 50 different varieties growing. And no matter how many I've got growing in my garden spaces, I've learned one simple method to use. And let me share that with you real quick here. So if you're looking at our list here, you probably noticed I put these little red numbers next to each of our varieties that we've got growing here. As I said, we've got 15 varieties selected out right now, but this is the key to how I keep track of the different varieties I'm growing throughout the year. As I mentioned before too, sometimes in some years this list has been double, but it's really a pain to have to create labels for each of these different varieties as they're being transferred throughout our different growing spaces for the year. So this is a system I found that worked really well for me several years ago, and I've just been using it ever since. So we've got our list of peppers. We number each one of them accordingly, 1 through here, 15 varieties. And now we've got that map or guide that I was showing you just a little bit earlier, where it's got each of our different growing spaces, like our carport, our back patio in ground. These are going to be some rooftop varieties as we get back on the rooftop this year. And then I've got a few different varieties we grow in some of our felt pots along the alleyway. And there's a couple more spaces possibly to come, so we'll add those in when it comes time. But really, we keep just a circle here. I mean, it can represent the buckets that we use for most of our earth bucket containers that we use for growing our peppers. But I just use circles just basically as kind of a place for each of our individuals that we have. And in these circles, I'll start putting in the numbers of the different varieties to account for where they are going to be placed in the garden in each individual space. So each one of these varieties will basically have numbers all the way through until they make it out into the gardens this spring. And then at that point in time, I'll make individual tags for our pepper plants that make it out into the garden spaces at that point in time, because we'll have tons of different plants and maybe a bunch of them that don't even make it into the gardens. Also, each of these 72 cell trays here, I also make a graph for as well too, with a square that represents each one of our growing spots here in the tray. And that again too will have the number for each variety that we put and sow out into these trays will go into one of these squares to correspond with where it is in the tray. Now, all we got to do here really to keep track as well is probably the most important part is to make a marker up in our top left-hand corner here, which will represent the top left-hand corner there. That way we know it matches across the tray for the varieties that we're growing. And this will allow us to, say we only got 4 seeds. We could put, 1s for our Dostis Landes if we only had 4. And then we could put 2s for our Lessias as we put them into our next ones as well. So we'll just be able to correspond with each individual space here, the numbers that we use, and then again, like I said, eventually they will get transplanted into a cup container that we'll use, and you'll see this in a video coming up as well. And so as it transfers into each of these different phases throughout our growing system, that number will follow along with it until we get it out into the growing space in the spring and then we'll finally put a name tag at that time. So we're not making new name tags, or I'm having to come up with 150, 170 tags for each of our individuals. We just got this really cool number system that will help us keep track of all of these just great varieties of peppers that will be growing throughout the growing season. So, all right, let's take a look at the list of peppers we've got growing in our garden for this year. We got lots of great selections. Like I said, most of these are from different growers and gardeners that I've met over the years. Like our Dostis Landes right at the top of the list, and I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that correctly, but these grow these beautiful, long, big red pods that at first look you might think they're a hot pepper, but they're actually a really delicious sweet pepper, one of the sweetest peppers I've ever grown, and just delicious right out of the garden. I got that one as well as this super heavyweight from a friend and gardener named Brando Toe on YouTube. He grows out lots of different varieties of peppers each year in his garden as well. And like I said, I got these seeds from him, and they quickly became some of my favorite peppers. The super heavyweight being these just big, giant bell peppers. They're very delicious and just huge, huge bells. So I grow those each and every year. We got this Lesia variety and this Etuda variety a couple years back from Baker Creek Heirloom Seed Company. And again, those two also became quickly a couple of my favorite peppers. They're very sweet, very delicious. The Etuda, a smaller bell, grows into a nice orange color. And the Lesia, similar to our Dostis Landes, has this deep red color, but grows this really cool looking heart-shaped pod. So looking forward to seeing those in the garden again this year, as well as the Advarsky. I got the Advarsky from our friend Kyle over at Growing Up Garden. He gave those to me several years ago, and I'm adding them back to the garden for this year. Can't wait to grow those out. These are really good peppers. The Reza Macedonian. I got these peppers again from Baker Creek Heirloom Seed Company, and they're just, basically one of these varieties that you see the picture of and you've got to have them. So I'm going to grow these out this year. They're a long pod, and they're just heavily corked and look really, really cool. So I can't wait to see those growing in the garden this year, as well as our Purple Beauty, which are a small kind of purple bell pepper. Really delicious, thick-walled, very sweet. So I love those purple bells. We've got Sugar Rush Peach. I got this Sugar Rush Peach variety from our friend Christopher Bransdahl over in Norway. He sent those out to me years ago. So we're adding those back to the pepper garden this year to grow those out, as well as these KS varieties. The KS varieties, for those in the pepper community, probably know what those are. That's from King Star. King Star is a really good friend of ours as well, as Christopher joins me on our live shows every couple of months to talk about what they've got growing on in the garden. So I've got these couple of varieties, the KS Peach Pumpkin and the KS Orange Flame, in order to grow out a couple of King Star's varieties in the garden. Got this one here called Gnarly Red. It's a super hot. We only grow a few hot varieties in the garden. This year I brought this one back. This is a variety I got seeds from my friend Brandon. And he used to do some pepper videos. He doesn't do much of them anymore, but he sent me out these seeds years ago, and I thought I'd give them a try. I've never grown them out, so we're going to give them a try. We're going to grow them out as one of our super hot varieties, as well as this Yellow Ghost variety here, and then this Trinidad Sweet that I got from Jimmy Pickles Peppers. He sent me out some really hot, super hots a couple seasons ago, and this Trinidad Sweet was one of his free varieties that he sent me, and I haven't had a chance of growing that yet either, so we're adding that one onto the list, as well as this Ozark Giant, which is another big giant bell pepper that I'm looking forward to growing. And then we've got this habanada that we got from our friend Mark Boucher Colbert. And I'll just show you right here. He gave me a pod of this, I don't know, several weeks back, and I've let it dry out, and we've got the seeds out here all dry, ready to go, ready to grow. And so this will be really fun variety to try out, as it's a habanero. It's got all the habanero flavor and taste and everything. It just doesn't have any of the heat. And I've seen Mark grow this in his garden for the last few seasons. So it's going to be really fun to add that into our garden as well. So there you have it. Nice, fun, easy system to use for keeping track of all of your different pepper varieties. And if you're a pepper grower like me and you've got so many different varieties and so many different seeds that you're sowing out, this system works really, really well as long as you keep track of it right. Like I said, remember, keep that marker in the upper left-hand corner so you can have your graphs oriented just right. And that way you're not misplacing any of your peppers or having any mystery peppers because some of them got mixed up. So you don't want to let that happen. Make sure that you're marking your graphs right. And as well too, this works even if you're not using this 72 system as well too. You could be using like little 6-packs or even soil blocks. You could be making your own soil blocks. All you got to do is just make sure you're making a square for each individual space that you're sowing out some of your pepper seeds in, and that way you can keep track of all of those different varieties through this number system. And then, like I said, we'll make individual labels when we plant them out in the garden come spring, when we break it down to who makes it into the garden. We've got lots of varieties, as you saw, that we're going to be growing this year. This pepper season is going to be really fun. So I hope you all keep following along with me here for our Growing Peppers series and see the whole process of how this method works out. We're going to be sowing out our seeds in the next video, and I'll talk to you all about our seed starting mix that we use to grow out our pepper starts with. So looking forward to seeing you all on our next video. Thank you so much for being here today. Definitely click that thumbs up, click subscribe if you haven't yet already, hit the bell notification to be notified of all of our upcoming videos and our live streams. Don't forget, we've got the Let's Get Growing show every Saturday and Sunday at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time right here on the Urban Gardener channel. And I'll see you on our next video.